In this video, we are going to test out how DeepSeek is performing on reasoning capabilities. I will use 5 unique prompts which you may not have seen earlier, and I'm going to test out DeepSeek R1 model capabilities using these 5 prompts. So stick to the end of the video to explore all those prompts which will be really unique. Let me show you what am I talking about. First of all, I'll go to deepseek.com and there I'll click on start now and it will log me in. In case you don't have an ID and you have not used DeepSeek earlier, I have another video in this channel. There you can see how can you get your ID created and how can you log in. Very simple, create another email ID and log in this tool. Now let me use the first prompt using which I am going to test its capabilities. So the prompt is, you are locked in a room with 3 doors. Each door leads to different challenges. A room filled with poisonous gas, a room with hungry lion that hasn't eaten in a year, a room with an open electric circuit and water on the floor. Which door is the safest choice and why? Let's see how DeepSeek is going to solve this problem. And if I click on this button, then it will start working. And the best part is when it will start thinking, you will be able to see what are the things it is thinking. It thinks like a human and it will approach to those problems. So this is a trick question and let's see how DeepSeek is performing and can it solve it or not. You can see in the detailed way DeepSeek is showing that how it's approaching to the problem and also how it's trying to resolve. Now you can see it answered correctly. The second door relies on a biological reality. A lion cannot survive starvation for a year. And that's the right answer. So you can see the way DeepSeek is doing, and that's excellent. So this test was on common sense and decision making. Now the next one I'm going to test out, that's related to philosophy and deep thinking. Let me paste this prompt, and this is also unique. If a tree falls in a forest and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? And if you read the remaining part of the prompt, this is a unique one. And let's see how DeepSeek approaches it and how it answers this particular question. What I'll do, I'll add these prompts later in this video, and you can also get some idea how can you test out different reasoning models with different unique type of a prompts, and you will be able to understand capabilities, which one is doing good, which one is not that great. You can see it came up with a very detailed answer. The reasoning model thought for 25 seconds. And then it came up with this detailed answer. You can read it. Once you use this particular prompt, you'll also be able to get similar response. You can read it and let me know in the comments below how it responded. Is it correct, incorrect, or how factual it is? Okay, while we are checking out different capabilities and before I use the next prompt, a small announcement. Currently, I'm in process to record one comprehensive course on generative AI. I added one link in the description below. If you want to get a discount coupon once the course will be live, please fill out that form. I'll be sending discount coupons to your email ID once this course will be live. Now let me ask one question related to mathematical reasoning. If I click on a new chat and then I paste this particular prompt, a clock shows 3:15. What is the angle between the hour and minute hand? So this particular prompt will force DeepSeek to think and how much time it takes to come with the answer. To respond to our last prompt, it took nearly half a minute, right? Now let's see how much time it takes to come back with the response for this particular math problem. So this time it thought for 39 seconds and it came back with this answer. Again, I would request you to check if this answer is correct or incorrect and mention in the comments below. Now let me check its search capability and how it comes back with. Let me click on new chat. I'll paste this particular prompt. Fact check the claim, solar power is the now cheaper than fossil fuels in most countries. Provide supporting data from reliable sources, and if false, clarify why. So it needs to search the web. So I'll click on this search option and then I'll click on this particular button so that it will use the deep thinking and also it will use the search facility. And then I'll click on this button and let's see how it comes back with Currently it's thinking, and after that it will also search the web. It will crawl through multiple different websites and it will come back. Let's see how it responds. Okay, it came back with the response, but it's showing due to technical issues the search service is temporarily unavailable. So it's relying only on its capability of deep thinking. So I earlier checked it was working, the search function, but now I think there is some outage and it is not able to search any of the websites. But final verdict is the claim is mostly true, but should specifically it refers to new projects and excludes system integration cost. It responded from its training data only and it could not search the web. What I'll do, let me paste that prompt another time and turn off the deep thinking, and let's only try with the search and let's see if it can respond, because it was mentioning that search capability is not available. Yeah, the search is not working. So I would request you can use this particular prompt and later you can try and see that how it's working. But this is one problem I can see with DeepSeek recently, because of the multiple people are trying to use. Some of the time they have some or other outages going on and we face some of the problem there. Now let me check the final prompt and let's see how DeepSeek responds to that. What I'll do, I'll go to a new chat and I'll paste this particular prompt. I'll turn off search and then turn on DeepSeek R1 model. Analyze past economic recession 2000, 2008 and 2020 and predict potential indicators for the next global recession based on current economic trend. While search could have been helped in this particular research, considering it's not working for now, let me click on this particular button. So from its training data, it should be able to get some details out of it, because DeepSeek recently released and its training data should have the current data available. So let's see how it works and what are the responses it comes back with. You can see it's talking about the earlier recessions, why it happened and all those details. And now it is coming back with responses the way we requested for. It's coming back with really detailed response. And I'm not equipped with the knowledge to verify how it's responding, because there are certain responses which are very in-depth financial analysis. So, but it came back with a conclusion. You can also read and you can understand that how it's responding. But one thing I was planning to test it out, its capabilities to respond to difficult questions. And we talked about multiple different areas, right? And in the majority of the areas is responded pretty well. So this is working very well, but only few of the areas it could improve. That's the availability of all its services all the time. Like currently search facility is not available, but this is really doing good. So while DeepSeek is improving and it came with this really impressive reasoning model, Google also recently released Gemini 2.0 with some incredible capabilities. I published another video earlier covering those incredible capabilities. Check out this video if you want to know everything about it.